Come, share some time with me. Be my companion, my guest, my welcome visitor, and I will play the gracious host to you, my friend. Welcome to our second Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Klamath County video service. I'm Payne.
And I'm Franny House. While we are physically separated due to the threat of coronavirus, we remain spiritually united. I light our chalice today with words from Melanie Davis. If ever there were a time for a candle in the darkness, this would be it. Using a spark of hope, kindle the flame of love, ignite the light of peace, and feed the flame of justice.
I'd like to help us mark the spring equinox with a prayer written by Kaiser Sereth. With fallen fetters in red-robed splendor, stream forth, dawn maiden, return the herds. Come to us, dawn, as cow, not as mare. Disperse the fog the serpent leaves behind. Come to us, dawn, as cow, not as mare. With your maidens about you, open the gate. Come to us, dawn, as cow, not as mare. Do not block the gate. May the sun's path be free. Come to us, dawn, as cow, not as mare. Opening the mountain's mouth, pouring forth the white streaming water. Maiden, dawn, open the way for the sun to rise and light the earth. Stream forth, dawn's light. Do not hold the sun back, dawn. Open your cloak and let her rise. Let her rise attended by her maidens. Let her rise and illuminate the world.
Thanks, Zach. So, this Thursday we marked the spring equinox, the time of the year halfway between solstices, where the night and day are equal length. This equinox marks a decision point for us. How will we change along with the world? We cannot ignore that we are all connected, that we are all one big thing. We are only as healthy as the sickest among us. We are only as wealthy as the poorest among us. One of my students designed a public service announcement poster recently that said, "Whenever you wash your hands, you wash our hands." Those of us who have a Christian heritage, like me, might think back to the phrase, "Whatsoever you do to the least of my people, that you do unto me." This is the hymn version of Matthew chapter 25, verse 40. As it turns out, it's not actually a Bible quote. This also reminds me of a Muslim teaching I first learned about from the comic book Ms. Marvel, which I promise is a reliable source. Whoever kills one person, it is as if he has killed all of mankind. And whoever saves one person, it is as if he has saved all of mankind. I don't know how comforting this is when you are cooped up at home or washing your hands 1 million times a day at work. What did our ancestors know about times like these? You only have to go back a generation or two to AIDS, further back to polio or influenza, diphtheria, measles, smallpox. The list goes on. I would venture an essential part of being human is our fragility. We are in an ecosystem and we are an ecosystem. It's a privilege to be able to forget this, and a temporary one at that.
There's an anecdote going around social media right now, a retelling of a story from Ira Bayek's book, The Best Care Possible, A Physician's Quest to Transform Care Through the End of Life. The story goes, a student asks anthropologist Margaret Mead, what did she consider the earliest evidence of civilization? Ceremonial burial? Crafting tools? No. Her response, a 15,000-year-old human femur. What made this leg bone special was that it showed evidence of having been broken in half and healed. It meant that the owner of that leg bone had a community around them to feed them, shelter them, protect them, while that femur slowly knit itself back together. Our ancestors got us here. In the face of all the turmoil of history, we are alive today to see another spring equinox, another March 19th.
Happy equinox.
Happy equinox.
I'd like to extinguish our chalice with some closing words for hard times by Maureen Killeran. No matter how weak or how frightened we may feel, we each have gifts that can make a difference in the world. In this coming week, may you do at least one thing to support the broken, to welcome the stranger, to celebrate what is worthy, to do the work of justice and love. Be strong, be connected. Each day, act, so you may be a little more whole. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to